Part 1.6, Jesus looks for his disciples, who were asleep.
In spite of everything, the enormous burden and the dreadful fatigue, together with the sweat of blood, I had been overwhelmed in such a way that when I went to look for my apostles, I felt tremendously exhausted. Peter, John, James. Where are you that I do not see you? Alert. Wake up. Look at my face. See how my body trembles with this confusion I experience. Why do you sleep? Wake up and pray with me, for I have sweated blood for you. Peter, my chosen disciple, do you not care about my passion? James, to you I have given so much preference, look at me and remember me. And you, John, why do you let yourself plunge into sleep with the others? You can bear more than they can. Do not sleep, keep watch and pray with me. This is what I obtained, seeking comfort, I found bitter affliction. Not even they are with me. Where else will I go? It is true, my Father gives me only what I knew to ask of him so that the judgment of all humanity would fall upon me. My Father, help me. You can do all, help me. I prayed again like a human being in whom all hopes have sunk and who seeks understanding and comfort from on high. But what could my Father do if I had freely chosen to pay for everything? The choice I made had not changed. Yet, natural resistance had reached such an excessive degree that my humanity was overwhelmed. Again I fell to the ground flat on my face out of shame for all your sins. Again I asked my Father to take that cup away from me. But he answered that, if I did not drink from it, it would be as if I had not come to this world and that I should console myself because many creatures would take part in my agonies in the garden. I answered, Father, do not let my will be done, but yours. This angel has assured me of your love, and this brief joy that you have sent me, has worked well even on my natural resistance. Give me my creatures, those whom I have redeemed. Take them yourself because for your sake, I accept this. I desire to see you pleased. I offer you all my sufferings and my unchanging will, that in truth is not in disagreement with yours, because we have always been one. Father, I am destroyed, but it is thus that our love will be known. May your will be done, not mine. Again I returned to wake my disciples, but the rays of the divine justice had left indelible scars within me. They became filled with astonishment when they saw how distressed I had become, and the one who suffered most was John. I, silent. They stunned. Only Peter had the courage to speak. Poor Peter. If he had known that part of my troubled state had been unleashed by him. I had taken my 3 friends for them to help me by sharing my anguish, for them to pray with me, for me to rest in them and in their love. How can I describe what I experienced when I saw them sleeping? How my heart suffers even today, and, wanting to find relief in my souls, I go to them and find them sleeping. More than once, when I wanted to wake them and bring them out of themselves, out of their worries, they answer me, if not with words, with deeds, not now, I am too tired, I have too much to do, this is bad for my health, I need a little time, I want some peace. I insist and gently tell that soul, do not fear. If for me you leave that rest, I will reward you. Come and pray with me, just for 1 hour. Look, this is the moment when I need you. If you linger, will it already make you late? How many times do I hear that same answer? Poor soul, you have not been able to keep watch 1 hour with me. Soon I will come and you will not hear me because you are asleep. I will want to give you the grace, but since you are asleep, you will be unable to receive it. And who can assure you that later you will have the strength to wake up? It is likely that deprived of food, your soul will be weakened and you may not emerge from that lethargy. Many souls have been surprised by death in the middle of deep sleep, and where and how have they awakened? Beloved souls, I also want to teach you how useless and vain it is to try to find relief in creatures. How often they are asleep and, Instead of finding the relief I seek in them, I depart with bitterness, for they do not share our desires or return our love. When I prayed to my Father and asked for help, my sad and abandoned soul was suffering the anguish of death. I felt overwhelmed by the weight of the most heinous ingratitude. The blood that issued from all the pores of my body and which soon would burst forth from all my wounds, would be of no use to the great number of souls that would be lost. A great many would offend me and many would not know me. Later I would shed my blood for all and my merits would be applied to each one of them. Divine blood. Infinite merits. And yet, useless for so many, many souls. But by then I was already going to encounter other things, and my will was bent to the fulfillment of my passion. Mankind, if I suffered, it has certainly not been fruitless nor without reason. The fruit that I have obtained has been glory and love. It is now up to you, with my help, to show me that you appreciate my work. I never tire. Come to me. Come to He who vibrates with love for you and who only knows how to give you the true love that reigns in heaven and that transforms you now on earth. Souls that taste my thirst, drink from my bitter and glorious chalice, for I tell you that the Father wants to reserve some of the drops of this chalice precisely just for you. Think that these few drops were taken from me, and then, if you believe, tell me that you do not want them. I have not set limits and neither should you. I was destroyed without mercy. For love, you should allow me to destroy your self-esteem. I am He who works in you, just as my Father worked in me when in the garden. I am He who gives you sufferings so that one day you may rejoice. Be docile for a time, be docile in imitation of me, because this helps you greatly and greatly pleases me. Do not lose anything, but rather gain love. How could I actually allow my beloved ones to suffer real losses while they try to show me love? I wait for you. I am always waiting and I will not tire. Come to me, come as you are. It does not matter as long as you come. Then you will see that I will adorn your foreheads with jewels, with those drops of blood that I shed at Gethsemane, because those drops are yours, if you want them. Come, soul, come to Jesus who calls you. I said, my Father, I did not say, my God. And what I want to teach you when your heart suffers most is that you should say my Father and ask Him comfort. Show Him your sufferings, your fears, and with moaning, remind Him that you are His children. Tell Him that your soul can bear no more. Ask trustingly like children and wait, for your Father will help you. He will give you and the souls entrusted to you, the necessary strength to go through this your tribulation. This is the chalice that I accepted and drained to its the last drop. Everything to teach you, dear children, to never return to believing that suffering is useless. If you do not witness the results that you always aim for, yield your judgment and allow the divine will to be fulfilled within you. I did not retreat. On the contrary, knowing that it was in the garden where they had to apprehend me, I stayed there. I did not want to flee from my enemies. My daughter, tonight allow my blood to irrigate and strengthen the roots of your littleness.